All right, you're still watching Ways. Now, the first Monday in November is dedicated to bringing awareness to complex regional pain syndrome and reflex sympathetic dystrophy with Color the World Orange Day. Now, complex regional pain syndrome and reflex sympathetic dystrophy, that's CRPS, involves high levels of nerve impulses sent to an affected site in the body. Medical experts believe that the condition is a result of dysfunction in the central or peripheral nervous system. Now, symptoms vary in severity and usually occur more in women than men. Pain can be intense or worsen over time. In the event of an injury, CRPS can flare and spread beyond the sites of injury.
I heard you, but I still didn't understand a word of what you said.
It's a condition. I've seen, like, I think the BBC and Punch had done some level of, what's it called?
A documentary of what it is.
Like featuring some people. Like, it's just excruciating pain, you know. And
I think someone wrote a book about it, someone that had suffered it and was on the Oprah Winfrey Show, where he said it seems as if he's being pierced by 1,000 needles.
So it's excruciating pain, that's all I can. So me and pain, we're not friends.
True.
So anything that has to do with pain, I just stay away from it. Like, I can literally dump anything that I love most if it's going to cause me pain. That's how my threshold for pain.
My daughter has a threshold for pain and she enjoys it.
I know.
I
just
like
let it go.
Anything to pinch.
I let it go. All right, Diola, let me come to you first. What did you find for us in the news?
Okay, so today ASUU begins NEC meeting. That's the National Executive Council of Academic Staff Union of Universities. They commenced the meeting today, I think, obviously, over the half payment that was paid to lecturers. I don't know. I'm just hoping they will just find some resolution to this thing once and for all. It's becoming such a...
So did they state why they are having this meeting?
Yeah, it's just over this half payment. Yeah, and the minister for labor in Gige is saying that the government paid pro rata. You know, you don't work, you don't get paid.
But we were on strike. It shouldn't be my fault.
Exactly. 8 months. So I don't know if.
Well, you know, they had threatened the lecturers that if you do not work, you don't get paid.
Okay.
Exactly.
Are they trying to fulfill their threats now?
Probably. It's still an ongoing conversation. So hopefully they find some way to come to agreeable terms on both sides.
Well, if they had said it before these people went on strike, then I can understand them saying it's a problem.
I think it was while in the course of the strike that the federal government, at some point, I remember there was a time where they were warning them, you know, and all of that. They had also sent those same threats to doctors as well, you know. It's almost like a standard for the federal government when they go on strike.
Hold us to
ransom. Say if you don't work, you don't get paid. But hey, let's see where the meeting will end. But the truth is, like every issue around ASUU, I'm fed up.
Yeah,
I'm done, you know, because it seems like we do not even value education in this country. Because why a very critical part of what builds up a nation would be held ransom for this long still beats my imagination.
If they really cared about the souls they were nurturing, I don't think they would be that.
Exactly. It should drag for this long.
I mean, you shouldn't let it go on for that long, because this is what we're talking about when I mentioned the teacher in the makeup room. Is it a calling upon your life, or is just a job? Because if it's just a job, that's where you're always looking for your remuneration. As opposed
guess
to
what? No matter what you would say about that, that thing is, even though it is a calling, we must also respect
the fact
and
that
accord them what they deserve. You know, yes, it's a calling. Put a value on it, right? So I mean, there are some. I will say this, that there was a time in this country where people rejected jobs in oil and gas because they wanted to remain lecturers, right? It was a passion for them. But look at it now, years down the line, everybody is running away from anything called education. You don't want to touch it with a long spoon because
they don't pay them what they're worth.
It's not only just the worth, like you don't even value it anymore. So it's not even about payments now. It's that you are not even seeing the importance
enough to
the critical role that they play in building this nation. So tell me how we're going to survive when other parts of the world are thinking beyond the four walls of classroom. I saw a documentary on Finland, how they are now doing wall-less classrooms and all of that. They are thinking and they are making creative, what's it called, solutions, just to make sure that the educational system continues to be top-notch. And yet we're still struggling.
But America still has that problem as well, so it's not just in Nigeria. Maybe we get the right people in government, because at the end of the day,
that's just where it's with the field, and that's why I say that again. This topic for us that we're discussing about ideologies. What are your ideologies? Are you just up for political power, or you truly have something kind of principles that would help to benchmark whatever leadership structure you want to put up?
The Lord be with us. As you all know, I don't like politics, but I would try. So I saw this on social media. And it was actually on one of the reporters, Mr. Dele Momodu's page, that he said obedience are angry at the Arise News town hall meeting in Abuja, saying their presidential candidate, former Governor Peter Obi, cannot debate the PDP vice presidential candidate, Governor Ifeanyi Chukwu Otho Okowa. And then he goes on to say it must be noted that this is a town hall meeting and not a presidential debate. And the organizers approved the representation of vice presidential candidates. Now, what I want to ask Mr. Dele Momodu is that even if they approve the representation of vice presidential candidates, if the presidential candidate of one party is going to be in attendance, I hope you gave him enough notice that the vice president of the opposing party was who was going to be in attendance. So he too could have sent his vice presidential. I cannot be gunning for a chairman position and you're telling me to come and speak with an executive assistant. So I understand Peter Obi's position, but I don't know if he got enough notice that this wasn't going to be the person coming, which is Atiku, I guess.
On that note,
you now tell us why. Tell us why Tinubu didn't turn up.
Why we were not at the Arise TV town hall, Shetima and Tinubu. The presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima, have cited hectic campaign schedule and resolve not to give any television station preference, among others, as reason for their absence at the Saturday town hall meeting of presidential candidates in Abuja. Now, the event was organized, of course, by Arise Television and the Center for Democracy and Development at CDD in partnership with Vanguard Newspaper, Premium Times, Nigerian Guild of Editors, NGE, that's Nigerian Guild, and Nigerian Union of Journalists, right? So the presidential candidate, of course, like Lady had mentioned, Peter Obi was there, Senator Rabiu Kokonso was there, that's the NNPP party, and Chief Kola Abiola of the People's Redemption Party attended.
Yes. I'd even forgotten he was running.
So the party flag bearer, of course, for the PDP, like Lady had mentioned, was represented by his running mate. So I get the part of hectic, what's it called, campaign schedule, which is going to be a lot of excuses that we're going to be hearing in this season. So we should brace up and prepare. But there's also one critical part that you are missing as a presidential candidate. This is an opportunity, regardless of who is organizing it. I get the part of preference, right? I mean, I'm sure that if we sent an invitation now to them, because people keep on attacking, why are we not sending the invitation? Why are we not inviting all parties?
Hectic presidential.
If you send invitations now, they would ask you, which TV channel again are you? We get all of those things, right? But I get the part of not giving preference to a particular television house, which is fine. But you see, for anyone that is thinking, I want to set a precedence and I want to tell Nigerians that it's not going to be business as usual, where people seem that it is okay for you to ignore the people, that one, I would say no. It's a no-no.
When they can ignore and arise, what's hope do we have?
No, but I think this is very good for Peter Obi, because for me, I think that he should just take every opportunity he has to talk about what he has for the Nigerian
This is not
people.
the time where you want to say that you can't be everywhere. You have to be everywhere.
Exactly.
That's what they called you to
Because where Nigeria has gotten to, there's a lot of degradation that's happened, especially in governance.
Absolutely.
And Nigerians would not believe that our leaders respect us enough.
They don't.
want to talk to us, right? So at every little opportunity that you're given as a political leader in this country, please take it, because you are not setting a good example when you start to turn down invitations.
You're not even
May I
doing
even
yourself
also
a favor.
quickly say, before they scheduled that many candidates
Yeah.
for the same day, they must have sent you
Invitations.
told you what
Months ahead.
the plan was, and you must have agreed for them to think, okay, we have enough representation to make it objective. And then two of you don't turn up.
If I just got
Anyway, we're small chickens bending down, and we're not
Probably
tall
just
enough to
don't
go
think
through the
the
door.
TV
So
station is big enough,
Yes.
or perhaps the kind of people, the demography
Might not be their crowd.
is not their crowd. So,
Well,
but
I am looking forward, because I'm trying to. I got a brief today to be part of a team that is putting together a gubernatorial debate. So we are hoping, because we are going to invite everybody. The
yeah.
goal is that come. If you no show up, then it's all on you. You know. But we should
come and speak your mind.
All this one of hectic, we know it's hectic. Campaign
Yeah.
is very hectic in
It
this
is.
season. But please,
You signed up
give
for
us
it.
You signed
audience,
up for it,
because guess
absolutely.
what? We want to see. We want to hear your ideologies, and we want to know exactly
And be able to ask you
Thank
questions,
you, the right
interactions.
questions. I want to hear what exactly is your plan for us as Nigerians.
Yep.
All right, so we'll take a break now. When we come back from that break, we'll be discussing with our guests, of course, and also having our topic for the day. Stay with us.